Welcome to the somewhat late edition of the RobBrod Report. Looking ahead at the shows running on May 14th and 15th. I did not find any Sunday shows, so I'm going to get right on into it. We got, of course, the usual Friday Pro South show. That's in Piedmont, Alabama. One of the highlights of the show is this Gold Rush match. The winner will receive a title shot of his choosing sometime in the calendar year. So that it is Pro South in Piedmont, Alabama. Check out their Facebook page for more details. Also their YouTube page for the live stream on the Friday. Going right into the more shows. We got the first doubleheader show of Action Championship Wrestling in Tyrone, Georgia. This is entitled Boogie Nights. This is the main event of that show. Eric Royal, Action Champion, versus Dominic Garini, which should be a banger, as the kids say. The late showing is To the Moon. Again, Action Wrestling. Check out their Facebook page for ticket information. I believe there are some tickets remaining. I do not know who Josh Bishop is. I do know who Logan Creed is. Call me. Anyway, so that should be an interesting matchup as well. Another Friday show is down in Savannah, Georgia, and as Coastal Empire Wrestling. And it looks to be an interesting mashup. I see Viva Los Amish in there, along with, I believe, Exotic Youth, Chalance Royal, and Very Morales. So that should be a very good show down in Savannah, Georgia. I am going to have to get down there for a show. I just have to make sure it hooks up with my weekend off so I can take a day to rest, because I don't want to make that drive, especially on I-16. That's a death highway, so we'll take care of that. Also, Landmark Arena, Friday night, Cornelia, Georgia, Pro Wrestling Caribbean. They're having, I think this is their second show. So, not few places people I recognize. But I haven't really seen any match breakdown on that, and haven't seen on that. So that is all the shows I have for Friday night. That is May the 14th. The Platinum Championship Wrestling, I reported last week. It was going to be last Friday. So some confusion on their Facebook page. Part of it says first Friday and third Friday, but the flyers say second Friday and fourth Friday. But in any event, they are not holding a show this week. They pushed it back towards later in the month. So you check out their Facebook page for more details on that. So that's all the shows I have for Friday. We're going to go right into Saturday. This is the headline show for the weekend. That is Southern Fried Championship Wrestling, Thunder Rolls. And if you do any gaming, I would say that's a natural 20 right there. So that's should be that's a big boy match right there. All right, another show on Saturday, Wrestling United. The Alex Kane will defend his newly won title against the challenge of one Trevor Aeon. So that should be, I hate this. Trevor Aeon is not an up and comer. He's a steady man, and Alex is definitely an up and comer. So this is very much a what's the damn word or phrase? This is an interesting matchup. It's the Suplex Assassin versus the Gothic Gangster. So if you're near Franklin, Georgia, I recommend you go to this just for this match alone. So that's Wrestling United in Franklin, Georgia. There we go. Let's get to there we go. Pro Wrestling Circuit makes its return, as well as AJ Steele. So that's in Thomaston, Georgia. I will be going to this show. I filled up my tank on gas, so I don't have to worry about gas at the moment. But the main event on this is going to be the returning J-Rod versus Pro Wrestling Circuit's champion Simon Sermon. Excuse me while I take a drink of a non-sponsorship beverage. I got to have some energy. Lord knows my body ain't producing it. So that's the show I'll be at this Saturday. Also on Saturday, Renegade Championship Wrestling in Chatsworth, Georgia. A couple interesting shows. RCW Tag Team Championship match, Watley and Mercer versus Culture Shock. That looks to be somewhat interesting. And KLT in Rome, Georgia. They're starting their tag team tournament. This is two of the participants. I think there's a couple more that have been announced. But that's in Rome, Georgia. Over in South Carolina, PWX. That's in Rock Hill, South Carolina. That is some top-tier talent right there. So that's if you're over in South Carolina. And then in Alabama for Saturday, we've got the Belladonna division running a show at Gadsden, Alabama. That's inside the Victory Arena. And I see Dementia DeRose there, Double D. Got Jazz is on her retirement tour, so you can go out and see Jazz. And so for other wrestlers. So that is a good opportunity if you're like a fan of female wrestling. Not in that way, you pervs. And then this is the last show that I have found, Micromania. Mr. Wicker might be interested in that. No details on this flyer, so you'd have to look on the Facebook page. They say just Micromania and then Loganville. I know it's going to be where is that? That is going to be the Atmosphere in Loganville. Micromania Wrestling Show. So check out the Facebook page for more details. This is a show that travels around a lot. I see a lot of advertisements, so I thought I'd give them a pop-up. So that is all the shows that I have for this weekend. Plenty to go around, and I even check in Alabama other than the Belladonna show. So be careful out there. This is not the quite angry but slightly vexed version of the RobBrod Report. Be careful driving. Especially with the don't fill up your gas with plastic bags. Oh Lord, that was something else. Anyway, be kind to each other. Stay safe. Love you lots. TTFN.